Carter thought he was finally becoming part of the Dutton family, but the dangers of ranch life are about to test him in a way he never expected. When trouble reaches the heart of Dutton Ranch, one question remains: will Kayce Dutton return in time to protect the young cowboy who needs him the most? The battle ahead will not only decide Carter's future, but could change the entire direction of the Dutton family forever. Dutton Ranch has always been a place where strength, loyalty, and survival matter more than anything else. But as a new chapter begins, the peaceful moments at the ranch start to disappear. The land that has been protected for generations is facing new challenges, and every member of the family must prepare for what is coming next. For Carter, life at the ranch has never been easy. From the moment he arrived, he had to prove that he was not just another kid looking for a place to belong. He wanted to become someone the Dutton family could trust. He watched the cowboys, learned their ways, and slowly started building a connection with the people around him. But ranch life is not just about riding horses and taking care of cattle. It is about facing danger when it arrives and making difficult choices when there is no easy answer. Carter is learning that being part of the Dutton family means carrying a heavy responsibility. As Season 2, Episode 1 begins, Carter finds himself facing a situation that pushes him beyond what he has experienced before. The problems surrounding the ranch are growing, and the people who want to challenge the Dutton name are becoming more dangerous. Carter may be young, but he is standing in the middle of a fight much bigger than himself. The Dutton family has always protected their own, but this time, the threat feels different. The ranch is no longer just fighting for land. They are fighting to protect their family, their future, and everything they have built over the years. Carter's connection with the Duttons has grown stronger, especially because he understands what it feels like to lose everything and search for a new home. The ranch became more than just a workplace for him. It became the one place where he felt like he belonged. However, that sense of safety is about to be tested. A dangerous situation forces everyone to realize that Carter is still learning how to survive in the world of the Duttons. He has the courage, but courage alone may not be enough when powerful enemies begin making their moves. The question now is whether Carter can handle the pressure coming his way, or if he will need someone from the Dutton family to step in and protect him. And when the situation becomes too serious to ignore, all eyes turn toward one person who has always been willing to fight for his family. Kayce Dutton has faced battles that changed him forever. He knows what it means to protect the people he loves, even when it comes at a great cost. His return could be the one thing Carter needs when everything starts falling apart. But before Kayce can step in, Carter must face the first major challenge of his journey. The danger at Dutton Ranch is only beginning, and this time the stakes are higher than ever. The Dutton family has always had one person they can turn to when everything starts falling apart. When the danger becomes too close to home and Carter's future is placed at risk, the name everyone begins thinking about is Kayce Dutton, a man who has spent his life caught between peace and violence, family and duty. Kayce knows exactly what it means to protect the people who matter most. After everything he has faced, Kayce is no longer the same person he once was. The battles, losses, and painful choices have changed him. But one thing has never disappeared: his loyalty to his family. No matter how far away he goes, the Dutton bloodline always pulls him back when someone needs him. When news reaches Kayce about the trouble surrounding Carter, he realizes this is not just another problem at the ranch. This is about protecting someone who has become part of the family. Carter may not share the Dutton name, but over time, he has earned a place among them. Kayce understands that family is not only about blood. It is about standing beside the people who need you when there is no one else left. Kayce's return brings a new sense of hope, but it also brings more questions. Why did the danger reach Carter? Who is behind the threats against the ranch? And will Kayce be able to protect everyone without losing himself in another fight? The moment Kayce steps back onto the ranch, the atmosphere changes. Everyone knows that when Kayce Dutton gets involved, things become serious. He is not someone who looks for trouble, but he is also not someone who runs away when his family is in danger. For Carter, seeing Kayce return could become a life-changing moment. He has spent so much time trying to become stronger and prove that he belongs. But now he gets to see what true protection looks like. Kayce is not just coming back to fight an enemy. He is coming back to show Carter what it means to stand tall when life becomes difficult. However, Kayce's return may also create new conflicts inside the family. Protecting Carter could force him to make choices that bring back old wounds and painful memories. The Dutton way has always been about survival, but every fight comes with a price. As the danger grows, Kayce must decide how far he is willing to go. Will he choose a peaceful path, or will he become the fighter everyone knows he can be? The answer could determine the future of Dutton Ranch and everyone connected to it. Kayce's mission is clear: find Carter, protect him, and stop anyone who threatens the family.
But the road ahead will not be easy.
The enemies surrounding the ranch are stronger, the risks are higher, and one mistake could change everything. This time, Kayce is not fighting only for land or a legacy. He is fighting for a young man who needs someone to believe in him. And as Kayce returns to the heart of the Dutton world, a new battle begins that will test his strength, his loyalty, and his place in the family. The moment Kayce Dutton steps into the danger zone, everything changes. The ranch is no longer dealing with a simple problem. A storm is building around the Dutton family, and Carter is standing right in the middle of it. What happens next will test Kayce's strength, Carter's courage, and the loyalty that holds the family together. Kayce knows that protecting Carter will not be easy. The people coming after the ranch are not looking for a small victory. They want to weaken the Dutton family and take away everything they have spent years protecting. But they underestimate one thing: when a Dutton fights for someone they love, they do not back down. As Kayce begins his mission to find Carter and bring him back safely, he starts noticing that the danger may be connected to something much bigger. The attack against Carter does not feel random. There are hidden reasons behind it, and every clue leads to deeper problems waiting to be uncovered. Carter has always wanted to prove that he is strong enough to stand beside the Duttons. He does not want to be seen as someone who needs saving. But this situation teaches him an important lesson. Strength is not always about fighting alone. Sometimes true strength comes from trusting the people who are willing to stand with you. When Kayce finally reaches Carter, the moment becomes more than just a rescue. It becomes a reminder of the bond they have created. Kayce sees a younger version of himself in Carter, someone trying to find his place in a world filled with danger and difficult choices. But the rescue does not solve everything. In fact, it opens the door to even bigger problems. The family begins to realize that the threat against Carter may only be the beginning. Someone is watching the ranch, waiting for the right moment to strike, and the Duttons must prepare for a fight that could change everything. Inside the family, emotions begin to rise. Some believe the ranch needs stronger protection, while others fear that more violence will only create more enemies. Kayce finds himself caught between protecting the people he loves and trying to avoid becoming the person he has fought so hard not to become. Meanwhile, Carter's experience changes him forever. Before this moment, he was still trying to understand what it meant to be part of the Dutton world. But after facing real danger, he begins to see the true cost of carrying the Dutton name. It is not about power or respect. It is about sacrifice, loyalty, and being ready to fight when everything is on the line. Kayce's actions may have saved Carter for now, but the battle surrounding Dutton Ranch is far from over. The family has discovered that their enemies are closer and more dangerous than they imagined. Every decision they make from this point forward could shape the future of the ranch. As secrets begin to come out and old conflicts return, Kayce realizes that protecting Carter was only the first step. The real battle is still waiting, and this time the entire Dutton legacy could be at risk. The rescue may be over, but the war for Dutton Ranch has only just begun. Kayce Dutton may have arrived at the right moment to protect Carter, but his return has created a much bigger question. How far will he go to defend the people he now considers family? Because in the Dutton world, saving someone from danger is only the beginning. The real challenge is surviving what comes after. Kayce's decision to step back into the fight changes everything. His return reminds everyone that the Dutton family still has someone willing to stand between them and their enemies. But Kayce also knows that every battle leaves a mark. He has already lost pieces of himself while protecting his family, and now he must decide if he is ready to face those same struggles again. For Carter, this moment becomes a turning point. He is no longer just the young cowboy trying to prove himself. He has faced fear, danger, and the reality of what it means to be connected to the Dutton name. Kayce's protection gives him a new understanding of loyalty, but it also forces him to grow faster than ever before. The ranch has always been built on hard work, sacrifice, and strong relationships. But with new threats appearing, the future becomes uncertain. The Duttons cannot simply rely on their past victories. They must find a way to protect their home while dealing with enemies who are determined to see them fall. Kayce's return could also bring changes within the family. His choices may not always match what others believe is right. Some may want to fight back immediately, while others may want to avoid creating more conflict. These disagreements could create tension between the people who are supposed to stand together. But one thing remains clear. Kayce understands what is at stake. He knows the ranch is more than just land. It represents memories, family, and the sacrifices made by everyone who came before him. Losing it would mean losing a part of the Dutton identity. As Season 2 continues, Carter's journey could become one of the most emotional stories at the ranch. His connection with Kayce may grow stronger, and he could become someone who carries the lessons of the Dutton family into the future. But earning that place will not be easy. He will have to continue proving that he has the heart and courage needed to survive. Meanwhile, Kayce's return signals that bigger challenges are coming. The enemies surrounding the ranch are not finished, and the Duttons will have to prepare for battles that could test every relationship and every promise they have made. The biggest question remains, can Kayce protect Carter and save the ranch without losing himself in the process? Or will the fight to protect his family force him back into the dangerous life he tried to leave behind? One thing is certain. Kayce Dutton's return has changed the game. Carter is no longer facing the dangers of the ranch alone, and the Dutton family has gained back one of its strongest defenders. But as new threats rise and old secrets come to light, the next chapter of Dutton Ranch could become the most intense battle they have ever faced. Kayce Dutton's return may have saved Carter from immediate danger, but the biggest fight for Dutton Ranch is still waiting ahead. The events surrounding Carter have shown everyone that the threats against the ranch are becoming more serious, and the Dutton family can no longer ignore the enemies moving closer to their home. For Carter, this experience changes everything. He entered the ranch hoping to find a place where he belonged, but now he understands the true meaning of being part of the Dutton world. It is not about wearing the right clothes, riding the best horse, or earning respect from the cowboys. It is about loyalty, courage, and being willing to stand strong when everything starts falling apart. Kayce's actions also leave a lasting impact on Carter. By coming back to protect him, Kayce shows Carter that family is not only about where someone comes from. It is about the people who choose to stand beside you when life becomes difficult. This lesson could shape Carter's future and help him become a stronger person. But while Carter begins to understand his new role, Kayce faces a battle of his own. Returning to the ranch means returning to a life filled with danger, difficult decisions, and painful memories. Kayce knows that protecting the Dutton name always comes with a cost, and he must decide how much he is willing to sacrifice to keep his family safe. The future of the ranch depends on the choices they make next. Every move, every decision, and every alliance could change the balance of power. The Duttons have survived many challenges before, but this time their enemies seem more determined than ever to bring them down. The bond between Kayce and Carter could become one of the most important relationships moving forward. Kayce sees the potential in Carter, and Carter sees Kayce as someone who represents strength and protection. Together, they could create a new chapter for the Dutton legacy. However, the road ahead will not be easy. More secrets could come out, more conflicts could begin, and more sacrifices may be required. The Dutton family has always survived because they fight for what they believe in, but every battle leaves a scar. As Season 2 moves forward, one thing becomes clear. Kayce's return is not just about saving Carter. It is about protecting the future of Dutton Ranch. It is about making sure the next generation has something worth fighting for. The question now is whether Kayce can keep everyone safe while facing the dangers coming from every direction. Can the Dutton family survive another battle? Can Carter become the person the ranch needs him to be? And will Kayce's return be enough to protect the legacy they have fought so hard to build? The answers will shape the future of Dutton Ranch. One thing is certain, the fight is far from over, and the next chapter will push the Dutton family closer to their limits than ever before.